related to non-essential travel within the EU as part of its efforts to combat and contain the continuous spread of the new coronavirus in Europe. The leaders of the member states will have a video conference on Tuesday to deal with the issue. More and more states in Europe, the new hotbed of the coronavirus pandemic, according to the World Health Organization, have taken drastic measures to contain the spread of the virus. Italy, which has been in lockdown for several days, saw a record 368 deaths in 24 hours on Sunday. Spain is in almost total lockdown, being the second most affected country in Europe after Italy. The Spanish authorities said on Monday that the initial 15-day quarantine period would be extended. The situation is also deteriorating in France, and Germany has partially closed borders with Austria, Denmark, France, Luxembourg, and Switzerland for all but commercial and business travel. Poland already closed its borders with Germany last week. The World Health Organization says most cases of infection with COVID-19 are now outside China, the country where the outbreak started. On Monday, China announced 16 new infections, of which 12 in persons coming from Wuhan, and said everyone entering Beijing will automatically go into quarantine for 14 days. In Romania, the authorities are establishing the criteria for qualifying for state aid in economic areas worst hit by the coronavirus outbreak. Prime Minister Ludovic Orban has already announced a series of measures such as the quick reimbursement of VAT, the payment of outstanding sick leave benefits to companies, and measures to address idle time. The first human trial of the coronavirus vaccine began Monday in Seattle in the U.S. The trial will begin with 45 healthy young volunteers who will receive shots of the vaccine without being infected, as the vaccine does not contain any component of the virus. The latter will transmit to the cells in the body to produce protein that prevents, treats, and cures the disease. The trial will test if the doses cause immunization. Health officials say it'll take between 12 and 18 months to fully validate any potential vaccine, says the BBC. And that's the news.
Romania has a new liberal government headed by Ludovic Orban. Stay tuned for more on this topic in a report by Roxana Vasile, brought to you by Elena Enake. In Bucharest, the coronavirus pandemic has changed political strategies at top level and has generated the most bizarre situations. After having won the European and presidential elections in 2019, the head of state, Klaus Iohannis, and the national party that support him were determined to call early legislative elections this summer, likely to be held at the same time with the local elections. The ousting in October 2019 of the Social Democratic government through a no-confidence vote should have been followed, in keeping with the Liberal strategy, by an attempt to win a comfortable majority in Parliament, aimed at helping them put into practice their governing program. Unsatisfied with the activity of the Liberal government, the Social Democrats, who have been in the opposition since November, tabled a stanza motion that passed in Parliament. With the Liberal government and its leader dismissed, the head of state and the Liberals considered the possibility of calling early parliamentary elections. Consequently, President Iohannis nominated once more Ludovic Orban to form a new government. The vote in Parliament was not held due to the lack of quorum. Moreover, Ludovic Orban resigned his position as Prime Minister designate. The head of state then decided that Liberal Florin Câțu would form the government. Last Thursday, Florin Câțu decided, to the surprise of him, only half an hour ahead of the almost sure endorsement of his government. In the meantime, the growing number of infections with coronavirus had become increasingly worrying, and Romania did not have a government with full powers able to take the necessary measures to handle the crisis. Against this background, President Iohannis announced on Friday, following a video conference with the political parties, that he nominated Ludovic Orban again as Prime Minister. We must focus 100% on fighting the epidemic, Iohannis said, adding that he had the promise of the political parties not to block the installment of the new government. This new government was endorsed by Parliament on Saturday with 286 votes in favour, 23 against and 1 abstention. Ironically enough, the vote of the Social Democrats, who had ousted the first government led by Orban, were fighting for the new government to be endorsed, as a number of Liberal MPs were self-isolated after getting in contact with one of their colleagues, Senator Virgil Kitab, infected with coronavirus. The press did not have access to the vote, which was held in a disinfected room with the MPs wearing masks and gloves. On Saturday evening, Prime Minister Ludovic Orban came out of self-isolation to be sworn in before President Klaus Iohannis. The Prime Minister was wearing a mask and he kept a 5-meter safety distance ahead of stage. With the pandemic a top priority, parliamentary elections will most likely be held in autumn, when they were initially scheduled.
Against the backdrop of the rising number of COVID-19 infections, Romanian authorities have asked the citizens to cooperate, keep calm, and get information through secure channels. I'm Vlad Balcu with a report by Eugen Coroianu. Although Romania is not confronted with a large number of confirmed COVID-19 infections, the number is bound to increase, and the authorities are taking drastic measures. The government has asked citizens to keep calm and strictly observe recommendations issued by the authorities. Prime Minister Ludovic Orban. I'm calling on citizens to be calm, responsible and civil, to observe the legislation and measures established by the National Committee for Emergency Situations, the government and the Interior Ministry. During an online press conference, the Prime Minister pointed out that the relatively low number of COVID-19 infections in Romania is evidence of the efficiency of measures taken by the authorities. The Prime Minister gave assurances that there are no concerns over the necessary funds to cover public spending at the moment, and that all pensions will be paid in due time. On the other hand, Ludovic Orban said the authorities have taken steps to purchase the equipment required to fight the COVID-19 epidemic. The Prime Minister called on the population not to oversupply, saying grocery stores are fully stocked. The announcement follows a panic-buying shopping spree generated by the coronavirus scare, which has left shelves empty in supermarkets. The Prime Minister told Romanians currently living abroad that they are free to return to Romania, but will be entering quarantine or forced isolation for a period of 14 days, depending on the point of origin. In turn, President Klaus Iohannis has also called for calm.
Dragi români, autoritățile își fac treaba. Guvernul și-a făcut treaba.
Dear Romanians, the authorities are doing their job. The government has done a very good job so far. But the task at hand needs a collective effort. It will require that each and every one of you observe the authorities' recommendations and instructions. You must observe hygiene rules transmitted through official channels, and you need to refrain from making unwarranted public contacts. Together, and only together, will we succeed in overcoming this crisis. Interim leader of the Social Democratic Party and Chamber of Deputies, Mr. has called on the authorities to give special priority to informing the public, asking for a set of concrete measures to protect the citizens. And that has wrapped up our newscast. Choosing to listen to Radio Romania International's English programs. Here are some of the highlights of our weekly broadcasting schedule. On Monday, we broadcast a history show, a program that takes you on a foray into the rich history of the Romanian people from its beginnings to more recent times. You will learn about the events that shaped the Romanian nation, not only from historians, but also people who witnessed some of the events. Tuesday, we take a look at Romania, its people and places from a different perspective in Inside Romania. On Wednesday, Society Today provides an in-depth analysis of some of the most important social issues facing Romania today and features interviews with social and expert experts as well as members of the public.